Today, Precarious plays
Steven Universe, Save the Light.
Nice. Nice.
Excuse me, Amethyst.
Nice. Nice.
Stop saying nice! Stop it. Look, this squeaky toy has spikes all over it. I'm supposed to just put up with you saying nice all the time?
Stop complimenting me.
I got him.
It's weird.
I got him. Oh, I hate ice levels in every game.
Language. You didn't say anything yet. I'm preempting you. I hate all of these flip-flappin' ice levels. They can go right up a mountain pass for all I care.
Oh. You know what was extra funny about that was that the silence, I was just replaying all of my dialogue in my brain going, what did I say? I went rage blind about the ice and I don't remember what
no!
No!
Oh, and look, the little star meter is cold now. It's got a cold.
And she's
Stomping mad.
She's froze.
I will say that Crystal Whip is probably not worth the star points. So one thing that I do that I think that you are not doing, you should consider the number of star points you're using to clear each battle.
Yeah.
So right now, an effective application of your star points, because really star points, you use multiple at once, but it's kind of like a turn. Each star point can represent a turn. So it's sort of like how few star points can I use to clear each battle? Right now, I would recommend using Garnet's Armor Breaker on the weakened one and then using her punch on the same enemy, and it should take care of it pretty handily for just 5 points. I think that applies the defense down, but not the damage that it would normally deal. And remember, she has 2 in a row.
No.
Yeah,
gosh, Connie.
Garnet's attack is really not worth it if you can't consistently get both hits.
I'm down.
I'm sorry, Connie. Yeah, I haven't practiced with Garnet at all.
Well, don't avoid doing that now, because the enemies here are, from what I observed, I played a little bit. Like, I played up until the first onion. The enemies are fewer in number, but tougher than the individuals you fought before in the forest.
See, I wish Connie was okay, because then I could probably finish that with a Connie.
I don't think so. Its HP is still quite high.
Can she do anything? No.
What I would do is I would, right now,
Yeah.
I would start using ukulele, and then I would have Garnet benefit from it and do a punch right after she receives the buff. You ready for it? No. No. Don't worry about it. Just do whatever you need to do. I think it was working better before I started trying to help. I did notice a few gameplay things that I want to talk about in no particular order.
Is there...
I noticed that Connie's study. I don't think it pays for itself on a star point by star point basis. But if you get to a high enough study value and then attack once, you can effectively like skip an enemy phase.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually what I did whenever I fought Furnace Face / Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I observed that the battle became more intense as its HP was depleted whenever you were battling it.
Next time I'll get it right.
So to counter that, what I did is I whipped it down to about half with Amethyst, keeping the herd of enemies thinned with her whip attacks. All the while, Connie had been using Study, and she got up to like 15-ish. It was a 2-digit number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in the teens. And then I switched Ukulele from Amethyst to Connie, and then hit the boss for half its HP.
Mm-hmm.
But that, until they introduce some other element, maybe something that proves the efficacy of Study, or reduces the cost of Study in some fashion. Like, I think it would be fine if she had the freebie badge on, and if she got a free Study, that would be all right.
I don't know, man. I don't know that I can use Garnet's powers to the effect that I need to in order to make the cost worthwhile
Not every day you
at
get
this
to collect
point.
treasure.
She is a high-risk, high-reward character because her basic attack can hit twice.
Yeah.
If you do it at a high grade, like, if you are very successful in your attack, it stuns enemies briefly. But for 3 points, it's probably much easier to do 1.5 Connie swings.
Do you remember if the enemies respawn around here?
I think only if you transition to another area. If you just go back and get a different team, that should not make them respawn. And if it does, we don't have to put it in an episode, and it might just be better if you have the opportunity to fight them without the pressure of... Oh, so I guess they give you a freebie if you...
What the heck?
You're doing it. You just keep pressing the buttons. You keep using the device to control the on-screen actions after a fashion, in a sense.
Yeah, I did not,
Control as one controls a slippery bar of soap in the bath.
Sometimes you get it, and sometimes
You eat soap.
you eat soap. Sometimes the soap gets you. I don't know, should I replace her with Pearl? Pearl makes the meters, like the star points, come back faster, but that just means I'm going to be using more star points, and I don't know if that's good. I don't think that is good.
Like I said, I feel like it seems like the power of the crystal gems is probably in the fact that they can all fuse with one another. I'm assuming as their team-up attacks, right? Individually, all of their functions are expensive. Because if you look at every other character, if you look at all of the humans, Steven has a power that only costs 1. I don't think any of his powers cost more than 2. Greg, his power costs 2, but then he can switch between them freely.
Where's that healing fountain?
I don't know if it comes back. It's to the north. It's in a northerly direction from the ice flow. But I think you might have to transition to a different area and come back. Maybe it's attached to a timer. Maybe it just never comes back. Maybe it's a one-time dealie. So Greg, his ability costs 2, but then it's sustained over time, and as long as you keep him safe, you can get a lot of value from it. Connie is the same way. She has study for 1, or a sustained ability for 3, or a very solid basic attack for 2. It feels like all of the gems are specialty characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a situation where Amethyst is great at area of effect, Garnet is great at individual targets, and it seems like Pearl is probably best at positional stuff and flying enemies. It seems like her knack is a little more narrow than the other two. But I mean, what are you supposed to do when you already have Amethyst covering crowds and you have Garnet covering hardened targets, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm going to attempt is... I know that there are ways to play through this with a little more finesse, but I'm just going to go the slow and steady muscle heal through everything route. You know?
Watch it.
I don't know. I'm lacking confidence in my strategies right now. And I just used 2 flippin' cookie cats and this is still here.
It's not powered. See? It seems to be added juice.
Okay.
I think a little bit of Greg, a little bit of Bubble can bring you back up to a healthy HP. Let's get to that onion, and we'll talk about it more. Talk about this game situation.